Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Boss Rush Podcast pre-show here on Patreon. I am your host, Corey Derrigan. Alongside me, as always, is the PC muscle race himself, LeRon Dawkins.
It's popping.
Hi, LeRon. I like your shirt.
I like your shirt too, Corey.
Thanks.
We're like twins.
I know.
Almost twins, because I'm not wearing the undershirt.
Yeah.
It's a little too hot in my podcasting room.
No, it's okay. I believe it. Never mind. Can't talk about how hot it is right now, LeRon. Okay. It's actually quite frigid here.
Oh yeah, I wish. Here's the thing about it. Like your room looks very spacious, which means like it gets.
It's the whole length of the house. It's one room, the whole length of the house.
Shut up.
Yeah, look. I'm gonna use my webcam. It goes all the way down.
Wait, you're in the basement?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That could be why it's frigid.
Yeah. Well,
but you probably also have like 3 vents in there. Like usually basements, there's at least 2 vents in there.
There's 2. There's one right here, and there's one over there, and then the air condition, the main unit is like right behind me. So
okay.
Anyways, not here to talk about the weather and how cool it is, because we have a pretty cool guest, LeRon. We have the Trivia Master hosting a panel at PAX West. The one that Stephanie's going to be on, and we've been trying to promote for the last month and a half. We have the one and only Jacob McCourt here. Jacob, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me. I didn't get the memo. I was going to wear black, but I decided not to, and now I regret it.
You should have checked your email.
I should have.
You weren't that person lurking outside my window like an hour ago?
Well, I was, but I wasn't looking at your shirt.
LeRon, did you even have a shirt on yet?
I want to say
I'm all flustered. I love.
I want to say coasting like 20 minutes before the show. No, I was pretty shirtless. Like I said, it's warm in here.
No, it's fine. Jacob, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Quickly, since this is the pre-show,
yeah.
Who are you? Why are you important? Why are you on the internet? And why should people pay attention to you?
Man, I'm just out here, and I like trivia. I like video game trivia. So, I'm everywhere, talking about trivia everywhere. I'm in Seattle. I'm on Twitter. You can find me yelling about Twitter, but also yelling about trivia. Those 2 words are too similar. Thanks for having me, guys. Short plug.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Don't worry. On the main show for the main release, we'll let you have an hour to tell us who you are and what you do.
So. I'm not Matt Storm. I don't have 6 podcasts, but I'm pretty close.
I mean, you're close. What, you have like 4 listed?
Yeah, I have 4 things, but we don't have to get into that right now. Your patrons are like, please, not now.
Look, they knew what they were getting into when they gave us that $1 or above. So, yeah, if you are a patron, thank you for your $1 or your $3. Or your $5. Would like to welcome all the new patrons, all 2 of you this month. Thank you for supporting us. We appreciate it. Patreon.com/Boss Network. Our pre-show topic is right up Jacob's alley.
Yes.
Jacob's ladder.
No,
too much.
No.
This is actually a write-in. By the way, we've been getting a few write-ins on the Boss Rush Podcast Twitter DM account, like the account through DMs, which is an account.
We don't ask them to slide into our DMs.
Well, it's an account we don't really use. It's more of like this is our podcast schedule for the week, and the episodes just go out there. We don't really actively use it, but I think we have to start using it.
I guess so.
Because we usually use the Boss Rush Network one as our main kind of active one. But anyways, that's besides the point. Green Ranger's Mouthpiece writes in. I don't want to know what that means, but
we all know what it means.
Yeah. By the way, Green Ranger. Love the Green Ranger. But he has a dagger that he plays like a flute. That sounds like a synthesizer. And he's blowing it through his helmet, which is covering his mouth. Just want to know how that works. Anyways. Rip. Hello, Boss Rush people. First time, long time. Since you have a trivia person on, what is your favorite piece of video game trivia and what makes it fun for you? I have a really good one because it's one that people fight me on all the time, and I have to like point sources at them. It's to the point where like about a year and a half ago, I had to cut part of an episode because I was getting really frustrated with a guest who was arguing with me about it. LeRon, you were there.
I'm trying to remember.
I'm about to tell you because I'm
Okay.
going to go first. I've decided to go first.
Great, love.
There is no official release date for the original Super Mario Brothers. The first point of sale has never been tracked down. The general consensus is that it was released, like the accepted release date is the official release date of the NES, but it was actually sold in the test markets before then, which was like New York, I think LA, Chicago. Like the NES had those test markets before they went worldwide, but there is no point of sale record of the original Super Mario Brothers on the first time it was sold.
How did they fight you on that? That seems pretty
because
conclusive.
Wikipedia says that it was released on September 7th, 1985 or something, I think.
Okay.
Which is like, yes, that's the accepted release date because that's the day the NES was released. Or whatever date Wikipedia says. But yeah, I've heard it since that episode. I've heard it 3 times on 3 separate podcasts from like video game historians and the person who runs Video Game Hall of Fame and the person who runs like the Retro Games Museum. And it's just a really fascinating story. There's actually a really good episode of the Jeff Gerstmann show where he has, I forget what his name is. I forget what the Video Game Museum guy's name is, but they had like a 35-minute conversation about that and how fascinating it is that probably one of the most influential video games in the world, just there's no release date for it. And there's no first point of sale, no record, nothing. It's wild.
Next time, check the sources, Wikipedia person.
Yeah, Wikipedia. Anyways, and I felt bad that I had to cut part of that episode because I actually really like the person we had on, but that's got to do what you got to do. We're here to have fun. We're not here to argue about a 40-year-old video game. And
maybe the patron should get like the exclusive on that, where you just drop a exclusive for him.
Yeah. Well,
that means you have to dredge it up.
Oh yeah. How long ago is it? Years?
I don't know, like at least a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it was like it was like a year and a half ago.
Dredge it up.
Yeah,
that's a long time ago.
Yeah,
that's 10 years in podcasting.
Yeah, it's like
isn't it?
Yeah. Look. Anyways, Jacob, you're the trivia person. I normally let the guests go first, but I had to get that out because I've been sitting on that for like a year and a half. And I have no one to believe me except for old people. So,
and now your patrons.
Yes, and now my patrons.
I love
our patrons.
For me, weirdly, my favorite section of video game trivia is Kingdom Hearts voice actors. That is a weird subsection that I just love to always dredge up questions from there, because in more than one finale of a video game trivia, I have brought up, hey, this actor, do you know what role they played? Or, hey, this role was a pop star. Do you remember who it is? Because there are multiple pop stars that have voiced Kingdom Hearts characters, sometimes only in one of the games.
I know who one of them is, Lance Bass.
Lance Bass, who did Lance Bass voice in Kingdom Hearts 1?
Kingdom Hearts 1, I want to say... Oh my gosh. I forget who he voiced. I think it was Leon, but I'm not sure.
No.
Was it Riku?
Nope.
No, it was someone not important.
Well, it's funny because Riku was David Gallagher.
Right.
But it's someone very important.
Oh, Sephiroth.
Yeah, Sephiroth.
I forgot. I remember because he just posted a thing on Instagram the other day
Mhm.
about how he has played Kingdom Hearts several times and has never been able to beat Sephiroth.
Yep.
Mhm.
And
is-
recently, this sort of came up in the consciousness again because Las Culturistas, which is from SNL, Bowen Yang's podcast, he had Mandy Moore on the show. And during the show, he spent a 5 to 7 minute section of the show just talking about how much he loved her as Aerith in the first game. And he spills his heart out, talks about how much he loves her portrayal and how it's the best version of Aerith. And then she's like, I don't know, man, it's just another day. And it was the greatest clip. She's like, I don't know, I read for the part and then I couldn't do the second one. So that was it. And I was like, amazing, incredible. I want to frame this forever. It was incredible. I insist that you watch it because it's just the punchline itself when he spills his heart and then she says, I don't know, man, I got paid. Incredible. Amazing. We love Mandy Moore here, but that clip was just chef's kiss. And then the last piece I'll share here, the last piece of trivia is who played Roxas? Which pop star played Roxas in Kingdom Hearts 2?
Oh, I know this.
Roxas, because Roxas was like the half main character.
Yes.
The
yes.
nobody of Sora.
Mhm.
Know your Kingdom Hearts, LeRon. Come on.
Remember, I
backwards with an X in it.
remember, I co-wrote an article saying how Kingdom Hearts broke my heart.
Man.
He had a big
Good
hit
times.
in the early 2000s.
Oh my gosh.
You got to answer the question now. I left
Is
the
he-
question out there.
Was he part of a ensemble group?
He was, but his big accolades come from his solo career.
Big accolades come from his solo career.
Yes.
Is it? Wait, no.
Roxas.
I was gonna say Justin Timberlake. But
Nope.
It's not Justin Timberlake.
It's not Justin
He's
Timberlake.
too big for Kingdom Hearts.
Smaller.
I
Pop
don't-
star.
Yeah.
Pop star male.
Had a couple of big hits in the mid 2000s.
Jesse McCartney.
Absolutely the correct answer.
That's who I was thinking actually, because Jesse McCartney is he's like a serious voice actor these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Proud of
Robin / Nightwing in Young Justice.
Uh-huh. He's a great voice actor. He was Theodore in the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies. And maybe he did one more thing, but either way, there's your fun bit of Kingdom Hearts trivia for you.
Nice. Man, Kingdom Hearts. What a series.
Uh-huh.
By the way, my daughter just discovered Kingdom Hearts. She saw the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer somehow. On her tablet somewhere somehow she saw it. She said, "What's this?" She said, "Is this a movie?" I said, "No.
Nice.
It's a video game series." She's like, "What is it? And why are all the characters together?" I said, "It's called Kingdom Hearts." I said, "They bring a lot of Japanese characters." She's 6, so she doesn't, whatever. And they bring them together with Disney characters and they go fight evil. And she's like, "Is Elsa in it?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Is Woody in it?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "Is Rapunzel in it?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Can you play it for me?" I said, "Maybe."
Can you play it for me?
All 150, 200, 300 hours, however long it'll take.
Yep. All of it. She's going to graduate high school by the time we're done.
God.
Oh.
LeRon,
LeRon,
you
what's
got
your
any
favorite piece of trivia?
My favorite piece of trivia is one that people still argue about to this day, even though Google exists. Nobody seems to remember or even know that in the original Super Mario Brothers, you could continue after your game over.
Mm-hmm.
You went all the way back to the first stage of wherever you were at, but you could continue just by pressing A and start on your controller.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten in so many arguments with people my age, people younger and stuff like that. And the crazy part is, right, I didn't even have to pull out an emulator to show them that this was real. I still have my Game Boy Advance SP with the original Super Mario Game Boy Advance cartridge, and it works on that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
I mean, no, people fight about that because I think people fight about that because there was some schleb out there that was on World 8.3, died and started over from World 1.1.
It was Corey.
It was me. It was actually 8.4, but
Oh God! So Bowser's Castle.
Yeah.
The final castle.
Look, the lava's hot, okay?
Yo, you know what? Real talk. 8-4 was wild. Like to think because I feel like World 7 was a bitch, and then 8 was kind of easy until you got to Bowser's Castle.
It lulls you into a false sense of security and then smacks you in the
As a matter of
face.
fact, every Super Mario game that had the world structure, World 7 is always a bitch.
Yeah.
God, remember Pipeland? Wait, Pipeland was a 5 in Mario 3. Ludwig von Koopa's stage with all the random ass little black plants and shit. Like that was a hard ass fucking stage. And that stage had so many stages, like sub stages.
You know what the hardest stage in Mario 3 is the damn castle where you have to wear the frog suit or you just can't do it.
Wait, which castle?
The one where you have to pick the right doors to exit the castle.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and like
there's a cheat to that one.
I know there is, but like
if you don't know that one, if you have the Tanuki suit, I would always, as soon as I got to that stage, I would always like go into my inventory, pick the Tanuki suit, like get up to the very top. I think you get to the top of the stage, you turn into a statue, and then all of a sudden it's like you warp to like boom boom.
I have a confession. I don't think I've ever beaten Super Mario Brothers, like the original.
The original?
Yeah, I don't think I ever have. I think I've gotten to like maybe World 4 or 5 and then went, man, nah.
I beat it once straight through. I remember beating it once straight through back when I was young.
Yep.
And then after that, like I just warp zoned every time.
I don't know if I've ever.
Mario 2 is my favorite out of all the Mario games.
Yeah, Mario 2 is awesome.
The classics.
I'm like Mario 3 guy if I had to pick one of the first trilogy.
No, Mario 3 is wonderful. Mario 3 was one of those games where, you know, like if you had an entire afternoon, like that's your game.
Yep. Man, good times. Thanks, Mario. Anyways, also, thank you, patrons. That's the pre-show. Thank you for your support over on patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. Tell your friends if you want more things like this.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. We'll see you on the main show. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.